Hey y'all, it's me, Katie. I know that y'all might not be expecting this from me because every time somebody has suggested like, oh, Katie, you should make a video, I've been like, yeah, heck no, I do not want to do that. I'm usually the type of person that, sorry, I had to check if my mic was on. Like I said, new to this. Normally I'm the type of person I really don't like to be in the spotlight. Like, I didn't even want to do a first dance or like a daddy-daughter dance at my, or father-daughter dance at my wedding because I was like, oh, all those people are going to be looking at me and I don't want to do that. But I've just had so many people tell me that I need to do this because they would like really like to learn how I do my makeup. And I did, you know, I figured it'd be easier to just show people rather than say, like, oh, you just put this color in the crease, this color in the crease, put this on the outer edge, throw on some liner and mascara, and then walk out the door, you're good to go. Because most of the time when I tell people that, they just look at me like I spoke a completely foreign language that they had no idea existed. So I did want to show this. Actually, like, creating this look and doing this was actually really, really fun. So I think I might keep it up. Like, I don't expect anything to come out of this. I don't expect to be the next Jaclyn Hill or Casey Holmes or Lauren Curtis or anybody like that. Like, that's a lot. But I do want to help the people that have asked for my help. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, and by the way, this Sherpa, I always want to call it a Shamu for some reason, but that makes no sense because that's a whale. But this Sherpa right here, I got it. It's like super comfy and you can like roll up the sleeves too and make it really super cute. But I have like ridiculously long arms, so I just unroll them to keep myself warm because I'm practical like that. But yeah, I got this from the salon that I work at, B. Monroe Salon in Macon, Georgia. It's really, really cute. It comes in two colors. It comes in like a beigey color, a beigey brownish color, and then this color. And I'm in love, can't stop wearing it, always get compliments when I do. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention where it's from, and then I'll also tag the boutique like either in the comments or like in a description bar or something like that. Alright, so I'm just going to clip my hairs back. Whatever. We're gonna go with it. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is my face. I'm gonna go ahead with my face instead of starting with my eyes. I'm not doing anything like super heavy on the eyes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start with my face. If I was doing something like crazy and dark, that's when I would go with my eyes first. So I'm going to take this One Heck of a Blot primer. It's a Instant Perfecting Power Primer. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on my face. I got a mirror over here, so that's why I keep looking over there. Just kind of dotting it on my face. I'm just going to use my fingertips and massage it into my face. I'm kind of in a hurry right now because Seth has a haircut at the downtown salon that I work at, or I used to work at. I work at the one on Bass Road now. We're going to go down there and see, you know, the girls that I used to work with. I'm going to try to surprise them. I mean, they know that Seth is coming, so they likely know that I'm coming, but, you know, I want to go see them and hang out with them for a little bit. But anyway, what I took was the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I just put it, like, where I'm going to dot it on my T-zone. This is a really good primer, and it's like $8. And I'm just putting that on my T-zone because I have the world's largest pores. I'm just gonna dot that right on my T-zone, and again use my fingertips, kind of like pat it in. Okay. And I'm gonna let that sit for about 30 seconds. Y'all, look at these cups that my sister made for me. Cups as in plural. So cute, so cute. One is for iced coffee and the other one is for water because you need balance in your life. Okay. Then I'm going to take, I'm shaking it, the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm in the color L3 Gobi. It's actually a little yellow and maybe a pinch too dark for me, but I like that because I end up lightening up with my concealer. And also the yellow cancels out the red in my face. Then I'm going to take a Morphe Y6 brush. They've actually discontinued this brush, but they replaced it, like it's the same exact thing, just different handle, and I believe it's the Morphe M6. But I really like this brush. And they're great brushes, but they're not expensive whatsoever. So I'm just going to take that down there like that. So I have most of my face covered already, but I'm just going to take like what little I have left over, and I'm going to put it on the reddest parts of my face, which is my cheeks. Thank God for foundation and concealer. Speaking of concealer, I'm going to take the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. I'm in the shade Lace. And so I'm just dotting this, or swiping this under my eye like that, in this little shape right here. Making sure to get in the inner corner because I do have like some blue right there. On my chin, right on my nose to get that redness, because everybody has that kind of redness around their nose. And then up here, right here. I gotta be careful with my nose right now, like putting like too much on it, because for some reason it's peeling. I have oily skin, so my skin like never peels. I gotta cover up this constellation on my face. I'm gonna take my Ofra sponge right here. This is a really, really good one. It's cheaper than like a regular, like a beauty blender, like a brand beauty blender. But a really, really good one as well is the Morphe sponge. That's a good one, and you can get that at like Ulta. I think it's like $7 or $8. But yeah, I'm just blending that out. I'm gonna take it over my eyelid too to act as my primer. Making sure all that's covered up. I love sponges for concealer. Like, I don't really like them for foundation just because I feel like it takes forever, and it also takes a lot of the coverage away. It does make it look more natural. I'll give it that. When I look like I do, I don't really care about looking natural. Like, the amount of makeup that I pile on, I'm like, there's no way I can make this look natural anyway. Okay, and so now I'm going to take another, like it's a drugstore one, I promise. It's going to be the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I use the shade Fair. I'm just going to take this and like tap it into the lid, because I'm going to bake my skin. I'm just like tapping my sponge in there, and then what's on the sponge, I'm going to first make sure I don't have any creases, so I'm like gently using this other side to make sure there's no creases. And then I'm gonna go and just pat that. I always do it like on my pores, like excessively, because I feel like it makes my pores look, you know, more filled in and smaller. But also like really, really set the under eye so that it doesn't crease. I'm also gonna use some of this to set my chin. I'm also setting my smile lines. I'm also going to set my forehead. I get, I think they're called like the 11s, like the wrinkles. I have those, like those frown lines. But what's funny is that I don't call them frown lines. I just call them creases, because I've always had them. I got them from my dad. Like, out of all the things my dad could give me, like, why couldn't he give me his tan skin? Why couldn't he, you know, give me the fact that he, no matter how heavy he is, he doesn't look like he's gained any weight? Like, why couldn't he give me that? He literally just gave me creases. Like, you can look at pictures of my dad and you can see the same exact crease on the same exact side of his face. And like, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't see it, I don't ever see it. Well, when I frown, first of all, you do. And second, when I first do my makeup, it's kind of hard to see, but at the end of the day, when my makeup has all like settled because my skin's gotten oily and all that stuff, it's so noticeable because the makeup just like stays in there. So yeah, thanks, Dad. I actually texted him that. I was like, thanks, Dad, for the creases. Like, I sent him a picture of me where it was like, where they were like super noticeable, and he was like, a little Botox will fix it. But then he also said like, nobody's gonna focus on, you know, your pore or your wrinkles. They're gonna focus on your beautiful face. He's so sweet. Okay, so what I just did was I used the little butt of the sponge to get some creases out because I'm going to set my eyelid, because then we're about to do our eyebrows, and then we will go in with eyeshadow. I'm taking, because there's still some left in the cap, I'm taking a Real Techniques brush. I think it's just the setting brush. The name wore off, so I'm not exactly sure. So I'm going to take this and set my eyelid, the concealer on my eyelid, because if you don't, it'll be a creasy, sticky mess. We're still letting our under eyes bake. I haven't forgotten about that. I need more iced coffee. Speaking of these, she has an Etsy page, and I'll put it like in the description box or like in the comments or whatever, so that you can like check it out, because she does like a ton of stuff. She makes like t-shirts and just a lot of really cool things. She's like super creative. So now we are moving on to eyebrows. I have no eyebrows, like none whatsoever. So I use 2 different products to make them look as natural as possible. I'm looking for like a small mirror that I hold up right to my face. What I'm first going to do is I'm going to take a Morphe E29 brush. It just has like a angled brush right there. It's got a hair on it. And then it's got a spoolie on the end, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to take the spoolie and just comb through my eyebrows, what little of them I have. I'm just going to follow with the powder. I use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, and I use mine in soft brown, because even though I have red hair, my eyebrow hair is not like super red. Like it's more of a brown color. It has a little bit of blonded red in there, but for the most part it's brown. So I'm gonna match it to that, because I like dark brows. I don't know what it is, but I like dark brows. I'm gonna go along with my natural shape to fill it in, and then I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Brow Definer to like make it look a little bit more crisp. I love a bold brow. I wish I could make mine bolder. So I'm not too worried about it right now. Like, it's definitely not finished right now, because I'm gonna like neaten it up and make it look really good and really not like too crisp, but like much better with the brow definer. But a good dupe at the store, like at the drugstore, is like the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. That's a good one. I think that's like $7 or $8. Still haven't forgotten about all the powder, don't you worry. And then I'm going to take this. This also has a spoolie on the end, which I really like. Most brow products do, for the most part. And I'm going to like make the edges look a little bit crisp, because what we were doing with the powder was just filling in the brows, and now I'm actually going to create the shape of the brow with this. These little baby hairs will not stop. Good Lord. How's that look? It looks okay. I never get my brows perfect. So does anybody watching this watch Vikings with like Catherine Winnick and Alexander Ludwig? I just watched the season finale last night, like the season 5 finale last night. So good. So good. Kind of a cliffhanger too. Like, it was one of those episodes I was like, I have no idea what's about to happen. For the most part, like when I'm watching stuff like Seth, I mean, he hasn't really said that he hates it, but every face that he gives me when I tell him something's about to happen and then it happens, he's like, okay, whatever. But with Vikings, I had no idea. So now we are kind of done with the brows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Real Techniques, it's a deluxe crease brush, but I really like it because it's really fat and dense. And I usually use powder on this, so I'm actually going to take the loose powder again and just kind of swirl it around in there to pick up anything that's left. tap it off, and then I'm going to like soften up the beginning of my brows with it. I don't like a harsh brow, and so I'm literally just gonna go like this, and it helps like so lightly. I'm just gonna go like that. I feel like that really softens up the beginning of the brow. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to take, if I can find it, I'm going to take the NYX Control Freak brow gel. It's clear, and I'm just gonna go through my brows. I'm gonna let that dry for a second, and then I've noticed like a couple of like spots that I may have missed. There we go. Okay, much better. And so now that the brows are done, we can dust away the baking. So I'm gonna take this. This is a NYX 03 brush, like this. I'm just gonna dust this away, but down onto my face to set my face as well. Just gonna go all over my face so that when I go to put bronzer and stuff on, it'll all blend really, really nice. And also my face won't get as oily. So now we are going to go to the eyes. I'm going to zoom you in, and I'm going to go to the eyes, and then we'll go back to the face and finish everything up. This is a little bit better. So I'm going to take my Natasha Denona Gold palette. Literally the best palette I've ever used. Like, so pretty. Oh. So I'm actually going to take all 3 of these matte colors right here, just to make a really, really simple eye, but it's going to be really, really pretty. So I'm going to start with this color right here at the top. I believe it's called Aria. I'm going to take it on a, tap off the excess, I'm going to take it on a Morphe E7. I'm going to just put it like right here on my eye, and then start swirling in a big circle. The eye look that I'm going to do is very focused on the outside, so that the inside is a little bit more blank. You're going to have a little bit in there, but by doing that, by doing most of the work on outside, it's going to make my eye, like right here on the inner part, look bigger, which I love because I feel like I have small eyes. But anyway, I'm going to take it and just go like that. And I go pretty high up on my eyes just because I feel like I have hooded eyes, so like if I do like a ton of work on my lid and I open my eye, you don't see it. So I'm gonna go right here and then work most of it up, and then once I have most of the color right there on the that was on the brush, I'm gonna do windshield wiper motions, also bringing it pretty far up, very close to my brow. Okay, and then I'm going to take this shade right here. You can see it, yeah, that shade right there, and do the exact same thing, except I'm not going to go as high. So I'm tapping off the excess on the same brush. And then once most of that's gone, I'll kind of do a little, not as far into the eye as I did the first shade. I'm going to take a Morphe M139, and I'm going to take this dark shade right here, and then I'm going to focus it, like I'm literally just going to like place it like right there, like right in the crease, and kind of wiggle it just a little bit and do the exact same motion. So just right there, like I'm literally just sticking right there in the circular motion, and I'm not really going to do any windshield wiper motions after that. This brush can make things look a little choppy just because of the brush hairs, but when I go in again and I'll blend it out even more, I'll do it with that first brush. So that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to go in with this Morphe E27 with nothing on it, and I'm going to blend. And sometimes it helps to tap into the first two colors to blend the edges of that dark color. Yeah. I'm going to do eyeliner because I'm going to wear false eyelashes. Definitely not necessary, but since we're getting our pictures made, sorry, I'm looking for the eyeliner. Since we're getting our pictures made, I want to do a little bit of extra work. So I'm going to take the Tarte Sex Kitten eyeliner. I got this as like a freebie at one point, and I'm literally going to do like the thinnest line just to help hide the lash band. Alright, so I did the top lid. Now I'm going to do the bottom lid. So I'm going to just take Morphe E17, and I'm just going to mix the two first shades that we used, so that one and that one, and I'm just going to put it under my eye. Okay, and then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take that same brush that we used the dark color on, the Morphe M139, just going to like literally use like the tip of it, tap it off, and then just put it on that dark corner. I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, since the eyes are kind of done, I'm going to add mascara and the false lashes later. I always do that after I use my setting spray. And so we're going to move back to the face and give me a tan because I look ridiculous right now how white I am. So I'm going to take the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It, and then I'm going to take that on a BH Cosmetics #1 brush. I really, really love this. Just going to swirl this around. This is in the shade Light, and I'm just going to use this as my bronzer. I'm going to do this all over onto my ear because my ear is pale too. Put that on my forehead because my forehead is ginormous. I'm just going all around the perimeter of my face. Then I'm going to take the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt. I really like the shade in that, the contouring shade in that, just because it's really, really cool toned, which looks better on my skin. And this is in the shade Fair as well. So I'm just going to take this on a BH Cosmetics #4 brush. This is so good. I love it. It's like the perfect shade. And I'm just going to go right under my cheekbones to create that shadow, and it's going to look a lot more contoured. So I'll go on this cheek first. I start from the top of my ear and then go down towards my mouth. I look like Maleficent right now. I'm going to go back in with my bronzer brush, the BH Cosmetics #1 brush. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit more, just so it doesn't look too crazy. I'm going to take my powder brush, the one that I dust away the powder with, and just go under here to help kind of clean it up. Then I'm going to go in with Milani Baked Blush in the color Luminoso. Like, this is like so popular. So pretty. And I'm going to take a Morphe E4 brush, tap off the excess, and just put it on my cheeks. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with my highlight. I'm using the Ofra Nika Tutorials collaboration in Glazed Donut. This is a really, really pretty shade, especially for fair skin. And so I'm going to take a Morphe M510 brush. It just looks like this. And I'm going to just go like this, tap off, and then go on my cheekbones. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to go on my nose, on my cupid's bow, on my chin, right above my eyebrows. Not too much because that would make my forehead look even bigger. I'm going to go back in with my bronzer brush just so that it doesn't look too crazy. I'm going to blend that out. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush, just like a little Amazon brush, and I'm going to use the same highlighter and put it on my inner corners. Like that. And then also on my brow bone. Alright, and so now I'm going to put on some mascara. Everybody knows how to do that. Just put on mascara, and then I'm going to put some lashes, and then we'll see the finished look. So this is the finished look. Pretty cute, pretty easy, pretty simple, but still really, really nice. So all I did off camera was, first of all, the lighting's different because what I did off camera was I did my makeup really quick, like finished all my makeup, and then went to the downtown salon, went to the Rookery, and then went and got our headshots done at the salon. So I'd come back and film this outro, this end part, and so that's why the lighting's a little bit weird. But anyway, makeup-wise, what I did off camera was I misted my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray before I went in with my mascara, the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I just do that because whenever you have like mascara on and you spray your face, it can get everywhere if it gets too wet. So I did that, and then I put on some false lashes. So you definitely don't have to do that. Like when I do this look when I go to work, I definitely don't do false lashes, but since we were doing pictures, I wanted to go ahead and do that. And then my lipstick, it's two mixed together. It's the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Fair Game. Looks like this. And then that one actually pulled like a little bit too cool toned on me, and I didn't like it. It almost looked gray. Not with this look anyway. And so I topped it with the Morphe liquid lipstick in Virgin. So that is all I did. And then the lashes I got from Juno & Co. They were only like a few bucks, and they're the style 3D-08, and they came in a little package just like that. If you ever want to see anything else from me like this, or you know, something maybe without false lashes, or just something like completely different, just let me know, and I'd like to do it. So if you want to see anything else, just let me know. Thank you. Have a great day, y'all. Bye bye. And then where'd it go? Did I even get it out? Okay, there. Yeah, there it is. Okay. You're not sneaky. It's going great. You're not sneaky. Are you filming something? I am filming something. I'm trying to hurry, and you need to leave to go to your hair appointment.
Can I go like this?
Can you go like what?
Can I go like this?
That's fine. Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
You're just gonna go get your hair cut. Hold on. Time out.